sharing stories is so powerful. And the more we share, the more vulnerable we are, the more everyone else can actually open up and we learn from each other, right? So back in the day, communities existed, tribes, and if something happened, the community would come together and they would help each other out, they would heal, they would talk about something. It's like it's a gathering, it was a group. And a lot of these tribes actually in Amazon and all these different cultures like use psychedelics, to be honest, for these ceremonies. Once again, not everyone needs to use psychedelics. The point of my story is community is so important to have around you, and a community where you can be honest and vulnerable and be accepted based on that honesty and vulnerability. Of course, we're human. Of course, we make mistakes. It's also for us important to be accountable, right? So it's one thing to share and create a safe space, but it's another thing to help each other out and teach each other. And it's like, I understand now that the older generations, they're wiser. They've lived longer lives. They have a lot of wise things to tell us. And if we're not talking to them, if we're not being honest with them, how are we supposed to learn from each other? But the same goes through the younger generations. The younger generations are evolving. They also can teach us things. We're all teaching each other things. But if we're not being open and honest and creating a community of safeness and support and being able to understand each other and just have conversations, learning to listen, to understand, and asking what that person needs at the time. And sometimes you need to, step in and be like, hey, maybe you should look at it this way, right? That itself is being honest in a really loving way.